Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's get started in the queue again. I happened to notice M. Tanzer was playing Temron after our game. Temron, I think I mentioned once before on this channel. He was a friend of mine in the days before I knew about Prismata. We sort of started... Yeah, I mentioned it because he was the first human I ever played. That's right. We played Dominion together some, although not like a ton. And I think he stuck with Prismata like the whole time in between the Kickstarter period and today, I think, whereas I only played for like 3 or 4 months and then came back 3 years later. So he's definitely a stronger player than I am now. Anyway, what are these guys up to? Sinestras. This player has more Sinestras, and so I predict that they will win. It's a pretty facile analysis, but I think it's pretty solid. Drone counts are the same. Yeah. This looks very, very bad for Temron. More attackers. Having to force field. It's just bad. Okay, let's go look at a different game. This one's over. Hey, Excel made it to Master Tier. Well done. Oops. It cycled over to look at a different game. He had been hovering at like 50% through Tier 9 last I looked. Hey. He actually, like, signed off. He is no longer in the game. Well, no, there he is. Oh, I bet we're getting matched with him? No, we're getting matched with Sigma Sign. Sigma Sin? I don't know. Okay, so I saw Chronofilter Sinestra and Antima Comet in that. So Chronofilter is a humongous deal in this set, I think, because it really helps with both of these units. I sort of expect the opponent to try to go... Like, Natural Conduit into Chronofilter into Animus is a big deal, I think. And I'd like to try to prevent that. Is it worth cutting a drone to get my own conduit early? I don't know. I don't know what a player 1 Chronofilter Antima line looks like. But here I can DD1 next turn, which seems fine. And then we'll 1 again next turn. And then I can start getting some real tech, right? Although, wait, you're not usually supposed to build drones before the Comet, right? Like, what if I just built a bunch of Engies? How many engineers would I be attacking with? I don't know. Enough that it's probably cool. And then on the turn after Comet, I can build a Sinestra if I want. Yeah, I'll have 12 bucks. Well, let's, so we'll have 6... We'll have around 11 engineers, maybe a bit less because he'll attack us with a Steel Splitter probably. So like 10. It seems good. I'll try it. Oh, he's not attacking us. That's nice. Shouldn't that be a Steel Splitter? And then a wall? If he's gonna be holding something back, I don't know. The idea is, I think next turn he's gonna have to hold back a Steel Splitter and the wall, so like it doesn't matter what order he builds these in. And if building the wall now lets him get another drone, it's probably good. Which it sort of does. I don't know. He'll have enough force fields that he can defend. Maybe he should build the Steel Splitter now. Try to defend with wall plus force fields next turn. And click the Steel Splitter to do 1 actual damage. He can't be thrilled about force fielding either, though. Really? That's interesting. That's some real attack he can do, I guess. But it only kills 1 engineer. On the other hand, yikes, if I do this, I don't get the Sinestra next turn, which I really was hoping to do. And when I saw him build these Gauss cannons, Gauss charges for me, I was thinking, hey, those line up with my Sinestra. Right? Because, like, the Sinestra is actually not very good if you build it as your first real attacker, so it was actually a pretty poor plan to build it next turn. But now that there's these Gauss charges coming, it might actually be a thing. Let's look at how he can defend in this way, right? Say I do force field. No, say I don't force field first. He tries to attack with this, of course. Gets me down to 8 engineers. I'm doing 8 damage. He can build a wall, and now he's defending 4. He needs to build 2 force fields, which he can do. So if I don't force field, he can defend somewhat comfortably. If I do force field, and he clicks this, he kills only 1 engineer. I'm hitting him for 10. He has to build a lot of force fields. I think that this is worth it. It makes the Sinestra not possible, even though the Sinestra was actually going to be kind of good with these Gauss charges. But I think this is worth it. I'll have other stuff to do with my tech on the next turn anyway. Yeah, so he's not able to actually attack with the Redeemer yet, which is really nice. I think if I hadn't force fielded, he would have been able to attack. And so this force field sort of gained us like 3 damage and 3 HP. Biggest force field you've ever seen. That's a unit they should add to the campaign, right? Mega Field. So next turn we'll be threatening 6, and he has an engineer plus this to defend. So if we can add on any more defense, any more attack, that would be great. Wow. What about this? What if we threaten 9? At a time when he has just 4 defense available? He can build wall is 7. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine, I think, right? He can't actually sync an Antema up with these because he'll be too busy spending his tech. Oh, he doesn't even have any red. He'll be too busy defending to get any more attack to go with this. And I have engineers, right? So this is to keep him on the back foot, to stop him from ever swinging with that Redeemer. Or at least doing it anytime soon. And now we finally have a turn where we can't build anything because we don't have any tech. Which kind of sucks. And we have to prepare for these Gauss charges. Yeah. But that's what the engineers are for, right? So he wants to Antema next turn? Or what? Maybe he's... okay. He's probably not going to be in a great position to Antema, so maybe I should stop thinking about that. Try to Sinestra? Can't really spend his blue very well if he does that, right? Certainly not spend 2 blue. Sure. That means you won't have to, like, do anything drastic to defend next turn, probably. Now... what? Gauss Cannon? We can't build another Sinestra. Okay. I could try to build another Redeemer, though. No, I'll have to be defending next turn against these guys. You don't have to defend very much. He'll be... Will he be able to click this? Probably. Yeah, he can click this. So we'll take 3 damage, and then we'll have to be defending, like, around 9. I mean, I can do that with a wall next turn. Wall next turn leaves me with $9. With which what? Gauss Cannon Perforator? I guess. No, Perforator won't even attack, idiot. Okay, float the green then. In which case, I guess build a drone. Did I say float the green? I meant float the red. I'm not sure what I meant. Wall Tarsier, float the green. That's what I meant. Interesting. He's offering to let me kill some drones this way. Yeah, which didn't seem like such a great idea. He's still holding his Redeemer. This is very cool. I'm glad that he built this Redeemer forever ago, has eaten the Gauss charges from it, and still hasn't gotten to attack with it. I don't know that he's losing. Like, he has a lot of attack all of a sudden, but he got very low value out of his first Redeemer, right? This is the first turn where he gets to, like, do some great stuff, and I have to do dumb, awful stuff. Oh, I was hoping to double Gauss Cannon this turn, but I have to Force Field, actually. Am I building engineers here? How many of these can he click? He'll have lost 2 engineers. He'll have 3... 4 if he wants to click both Redeemers. And we're threatening 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think he can defend while clicking both Redeemers. So he's clicking only 1, which means he has 3, 6, 9 to defend. He still has to build like a wall or something. Clicking 1 is still enough that I should build some engies. Okay. This game got kind of weird, didn't it? Like, we have similar amounts of attack, actually. Similar amounts of drones. He's ahead on drones. He's nominally ahead on attack, but he keeps having to not use all his attack. What if I built another Redeemer? Like, that's the weird direction this game is taking? I guess. Seems good. Keep him from attacking with the ones he has. He gives up so much by not clicking a Redeemer, right? It's 3 attack. In exchange, he gets 1 more absorb and 3 defensive tempo. But you'd usually rather do damage than gain tempo, right? He could do this and let me breach a wall. Thinking, okay, actually maybe this is the idea. Is he may imagine that I can't afford to click all my Redeemers this turn. In the way that I've been forcing him to defend. This is an interesting gambit. I'm gonna try to click them both, but maybe I can't. If I can't, I think I'm lost. Right? Oh, the Gauss charges aren't arriving yet. That's right. So what if I do this? Here's the thing, though. If I do this, I'm going to have trouble defending against the Gauss charges and his Redeemers, aren't I? I think so. So what if I actually do this and dare him? Say, fine, you breach me now, but you can't kill anything but a Tarsier and a drone. And if you do, you leave yourself exposed for me to breach and kill a Redeemer or two next turn by clicking with everything. Right? Offer him the same gambit he offered me, and hope that he can't afford to take it. I could make a safer version of that gambit by holding back the drones, but that's only safer in the short term. I think it means that I lose when he attacks with everything. Letting him kill one Tarsier isn't the end of the world. Whereas if I get to kill a Redeemer, I think it sort of is the end of the world for him. I'm going to try this. Oh, he has enough force fields. Whoops. Well, that's sort of a problem, isn't it? And then I'm just behind on everything. If you just wall force field, I just lose the game, don't I? Oh. Well, that's another approach, isn't it? Is that I can't actually kill a Redeemer this way? I could do this. He still can't breach a Redeemer. But he can wall triple force field now? How does that do against my 8 damage? Well, it seems to defend. Okay, I think we're lost, but I might as well keep going with this. But I don't know, he's if he just builds 2 force fields, he just has more of everything than I do, right? Yeah. I guess what I have is I'm a little bit ahead on time, right? But that doesn't help. He can still breach and kill a Redeemer, and then I lose the game. Okay. That was a weird one. I don't know. A lot of the stuff I did seemed pretty questionable. Like, rushing out this Antima. Is it actually good? I don't know. But I feel like if I let him do this, I just lose, like, immediately. There's not much great defense here for the Antima. And there is a great way to hurry it out. And I actually seem to be doing an okay job of keeping him on the back foot, unable to click his Redeemers. Right? If he hadn't realized that he can finally start clicking them here. If he hadn't realized he can start offering the gambit, I think I would have been able to beat him. Just, I have too much tempo. But sadly, he did realize it. And I don't know, maybe if I'd cut this second Redeemer and done something else instead. Like, I felt it was important to apply as much pressure as I could. And I was just one green short of being able to build a Sinestra, which would have been, like, way better. Because you don't have to deal with those Gauss charges. But I didn't have the green, so I'm not sure, like, how I could have gotten it. I did, after all, need these two engineers I built. Right, it's not like I could have cut them to build another conduit and then put out a Sinestra. They were important defenders. One of them was, anyway. In order to build the Sinestra, I would have had to hold back my Redeemer, which would have defeated the purpose. I was trying to keep all the pressure on him. I don't know. Looks like I just took a bad strategy here. I think I did okay tactically in terms of, like... Ooh, actually, here's an interesting... Like, this drone. That's a bit greedy. I would have had, on this turn, $2 more, $1 more, if I had floated the gold instead of building a drone with it. Now, $1 more doesn't actually help me. What I need is a green. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could have done with that. Alright, well, let's go try another game. Who's up? Sigmasin, who we just lost to, is playing Supreme Noob. And note he's about at our skill level here. We're like rank 111 or something. M. Tanzer's playing, I don't know who Kingsley is, but I've seen him before. This game's relatively new. Let's jump in and see how it's going. I was gonna say, I saw a lot of Gaussites. There must be a Tia in the set, and by golly, there is. Ooh, Mobile Animus. That's interesting. Huh. Reservoir is a little surprising, given that I think you're trying to threaten Tia. Is it like, are you really going to have that many force fields by the time the Reservoir comes in? Maybe yes. Maybe this is like... He's just got so much green from the Gaussites that'll build up while the Tia's attacking. And then you'll be able to build some force fields to finish the pressure? I don't know. Honestly, I think you should Tia here. Like, what's your opponent going to do? You might... I don't know. Instead of Reservoir, you could use the symbiotes to click them, which is, like, a lot of pressure also. It just seems like Tia symbiote is good. And, like, you have Corpus as a cheap defender while you're doing all this. Or Reservoir as a, like, sort of finisher. I don't know. I thought Sigma Sign was set up very well for a Tia. And it seems like that should be good. Like, yeah, okay, his opponent has green-blue, which is good at defending against Tia, but he doesn't have much stuff. You can just, like, attack him a bunch, and he won't be able to build chieftains to defend. He'll have to build walls, and he'll be spending all this money on defense, and at the end he'll have a steel splitter and, you know, probably a fair few number of drones still left. He'll hold off the Tia. Maybe. But you'll be attacking with like 2 symbiotes as well? And a couple Tarsiers / Rhinos? I don't know. Neon. I thought that was an N. An S rather. N-S-O-N. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce it. Glad I don't have to. Okay, so there's a lot of big defenders, but Tatsu is pretty scary for all of them. And Thorium Dynamo, not Thor, jeez, Galvani Drone. So I think you have to go blue. And actually, if you can go blue-red, you can click your infusion grids to deny some Tatsu value. No, because they'll still be freezing, like, your big absorber, I guess. What if I did this? This is always not good, and I should always not do it, but I always want to. Now I can do this, though, and build, like, Galvani Ebb Drone next turn, which I think is good. Yeah, that seems alright. No, I can't. What am I thinking? I don't have any blue. I'll just build right. Drone, Blast Forge, Galvani. Fine. Everything is fine. Now he cut for an early Blast Forge, which is interesting. Oops. Harvest this little guy. And what? I guess probably another NG, right? I don't want 2 NGs, I don't think. But I want to be able to triple drone next turn, and I've got a Galvani out already. I don't think I want a quad drone. Do I? Seems pretty greedy. I couldn't really spend my blue if I did that, right? So that's silly. I think that this set may develop into having Tatsus behind Big Blue. I would like to go in that direction if it is possible for me to do so. I guess this is fine. I'll just kill off his Galvani next turn. Why not? Unless he doesn't defend it, in which case I think I'll kill the engineer. Wow, a lot of EBs. Is he going to try to do some sort of like mega conversion where he turns all his drones into money and then buys Tatsus to become breach-proof? Or something to become breach-proof? I don't know. What would you even get to be breach-proof here? I'm not sure if it's right to kill the Galvani, honestly. He kind of likes his energy. Nah, I think I'll kill the Galvani. Yeah, it's Tatsu time. That's what I think. I could build another Galvani. 4 of them seems like overdoing it a bit, but he doesn't really want to attack me next turn, does he? Not really. He could build Steel Splitters if he wanted. Maybe this is a bit much. But I can just build Engineers. Right, I'll have $21. I can build Tatsu. 2 NGs is 16. And like a wall or something? I mean, I won't even need the wall. I can click Ebb if I need to. Yeah, this seems good. Cauterizer. Oh, that's cool. I do like Cauterizer here. Didn't think about that. It makes Engineers, of course. No, he's just going to kill Galvani's. This is silly. He's not going to kill engineers. Because he can't. I have the grid up. I'd like another Blast Forge, though, for Matrix. Maybe I'll do this. I can't Matrix plus Tatsu, though, but I can click Ebb Turbine. It'll be okay. My Steel Splitters are sure looking dumb, though. Wow, what if this had been an Animus? I could have built Tatsu Cauterizer? Seems real good. I don't know, he's killing my Galvani's anyway. I don't even need the Energy Matrix yet, do I? No. Well, so this second Blast Forge looks stupid, but I guess I'll just build it. No, it's not doing anything. This is the dumbest thing in the world. Don't spend your tech just because you have it. Get an Ebb Turbine. I don't know. Why is that better than Double Drone? It lets me click twice, that's why. Yeah? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I should have built a Galvani. I forgot I had the energy. I think my opponent is ahead. He just has more economy. I have the lead in attack, but he has the lead in energy matrices, which sort of counters that. Because Tatsus are freezing matrices. I know matrices, but whatever. I got this Cauterizer, which is just sick. Third Animus. Wow. I'm gonna try to build Tatsu plus Cauterizer. Plus some other blue unit, I guess. I'm just gonna have to hope that my lead and... Oh, his Cauterizer is turned off. I forgot. I'm gonna hope that my lead in Tatsus makes a big difference. I'm not really convinced, but... So he should click... He looks over-teched, right? How many drones does he really want to sell to build, I don't know, 2 Tarsiers? None. Okay, so his Animus is going to waste. That's good to know. One more Tatsu. It's scary time. So he freezes both of these. He attacks for 5, which kills 2 engineers. I'm just thinking if it's better to build a Galvani or 2. I'll only have 2 engineers next turn, so it looks like I can only harvest 1 Galvani, but actually I can harvest 3, because I'll be clicking an Ebb. However, like, that won't last very long. He can just kill my engineers, and then this Galvani is just sort of paying for itself, but making me give myself a loan of $1. I think I'd rather just get the engineer. And next turn I can build like a cauterizer or 2? That would be pretty cool, huh? Maybe I can't, because he'll probably be building another Tatsu. I don't know. But I can stop building Tatsus and spend my right on something else, which is nice. I can spend on clicking Infusion Grid, actually, which is pretty gross. Although, if I do that, then the 2 energy matrices he's freezing... Yeah, if he only has 2 Tatsus, I'm not clicking the grid. If he has 3, I might, for some reason, want to do that. Why is he freezing them slowly? I mean, right now we're actually threatening to breach, right? Breach for 1, kill the Tarsier? He has to do something. Which I imagine will be Rhino, right? And click grid? Since you're not absorbing with it anyway? Gives me a smaller freeze target? Yeah. But good news, he's not building more Tatsus, right? Okay. That's, I guess, an argument. Like, okay, so this doesn't actually deny me any value, right? I'm still getting full absorb value on this grid. And so he's sort of just giving me $0 engineers by doing this, as opposed to the $1 engineers that I have if he kills Engis. So I think that this is a wrong play. If he makes me keep the engineers alive to get Galvani value, it's harder. Whereas if he just makes me rebuy Galvanis to get Galvani value, that's fine. So we're doing this, and he's losing both Rhinos. He's really only attacking for 5, which is like 2 Engis, right? So I love the idea of getting a cauterizer. I can't get 2 unless I double-click, which is pretty outrageous. Like, that's bold. Bold is how I would describe this. But he just gave me a bunch of engineers, right? What could go wrong? So if I attack like this, he's keeping alive the Engineer and a Galvani. If I click the Galvani, he's keeping alive Engineer Husk. I should just not click the Galvani. Yeah. Okay. And we're not getting as much absorb as we could. If I built an energy matrix instead, then we'd be absorbing on energy matrix this turn. But I think it was really important to get out the 2 cauterizers, right? And we actually have full freeze value now, so we are threatening 34. He has to like click Ebb Turbine, build another Rhino, and he's still not defended. And we are threatening all of it. I like my position. I'm not sure how that happened. I felt behind when he got the cauterizer and I managed my Galvani's sort of wrong. Galvani drone? Are you kidding me? You're never, ever, ever gonna harvest that one, buddy. I'm just turning off your existing Galvani now. More cauterizers? How much is he attacking for? 5? That's losing 2 Engis onto grid. Meaning I will have 13 left. That's still enough to fire all my cauterizers. And a Galvani. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't think I need to click the ebb. Although I should think about it, right? What if I did this and built a steel splitter or something? Or a grid? Or both of these and an energy matrix? Let me get more absorb. Yeah, that's probably worth it. I don't have enough blue. Forget it. Let's just pick up a grid here to go with my Galvani. I can click one of them then next turn and help defend all of the engineers I'm suddenly depending on. I got an achievement. Snowstorm. You guys can't see it, but apparently freezing for 20 is snowstorm, I guess. Oh, actually I think snowstorm is freezing for 16 because it's about endotherm kit, which does 16 freeze. 4 Tatsus is more, of course. Ah! Of course, he can click his Galvanis using the energy from ebb turbines if he really wants to. And of course, I can do the same to fire my cauterizers if I need to. I always forget that it produces energy. And even when I say it, like, earlier in the game, I forget it when it sort of matters. Could he have used that to fire some cauterizers earlier when he, like, when I got him down to 3? He could have. Would it have been good? I'm not sure. But yeah, having to defend with drones when you own ebb turbines is... Actually, this is just strictly bad, right? It's better to click 2 ebbs and build a rhino than it is to defend with 2 drones. Because you end up with an extra $1 at the end of it. Isn't he holding one too many drones? Yeah. He should have clicked one of these. Next turn, he's again attacking for 5, which is just like killing some husks. Seems good. What a curious game. Tatsu's a good unit sometimes. So, my opening seems fine. Get blue out first is good. You want ebbs. The 4th engineer almost didn't work out. I'm not, like, in love with this steel splitter. I don't know, should I have killed Galvani? That was questionable. Also, these 3 Galvanis. Blech. What a play. It's just not good because he's gonna have so many turns where it's giving him value. Like, he can attack them and not give my infusion grid value. In a way, it's like fine. Right, I buy these Galvanis. Absolute worst case, they get attacked next turn and die, and like, they paid for themselves. I just handicapped myself. I just floated a gold in a more elaborate way. But it also cost me a Galvani drone supply, which could be quite important. Being able to stick in 1 or 2 tactical Galvani drones is kind of nice. I don't know, like... It's normally not correct for your opponent to click your Galvanis. But if you offer them a way to deny you absorb by doing that, it is correct. So, like, I could have just cut 3 of these and built a real drone. And then I just have 1 Galvani. And I don't know. In order to take advantage of this, he had to build a cauterizer, which isn't exactly what he wanted to be doing. Right? Like, my analysis was, looking at this set, what attackers does he want to build right now? And I concluded none of them, having forgotten cauterizer was here. I think cauterizer is actually fine for him. And giving him the chance to kill 2 Galvanis was just gross. If I'd left the 1 Galvani there and built a drone, he would have killed this one. And then later, I could replace, build some more once I'm ready to deal with them. I think picking up the second Animus, well, the 2 Animuses at once, was great. Tatsu is strong against these big absorbers, and getting tempo on Tatsu's is good. My second Blast Forge, I got it because I wanted Energy Matrix. But then I ended up not spending it. Like, I was just short money because I forgot he was killing Galvanis, I think. I don't know. Like, why didn't I just click Ebb Turbine to build Matrix? Oh, it was because I don't want a Matrix yet. He didn't build any attackers. So I guess I was sort of preparing for another Cauterizer plus a Steel Splitter or something like that, right? Thinking that's something I'd want a Matrix against. Although, would I? He would probably still just kill Galvanis, so... I think the second Blast Forge here was a mistake. It should have been, like, Drone or something like that. And then this turn would have been more reasonable. But getting out the second Ebb was not the worst thing in the world. There were a couple turns where I wanted to click it. Click them both. Yeah, when I started getting Cauterizers, I clicked both of them once. And so it was not really great value. It would have been better to just, like, not have spent the $5 and floated it the whole friggin' game, but buy 2 drones instead of this Blast Forge, right? Instead of this Ebb. Right, if I cut this Blast Forge and save $5, then instead of second Ebb, I can just build 2 drones, which provides me the same amount of income. Costs $1 more. And then I could, like, continue floating money forever until this turn here where I needed to click both Ebbs and have the drone, the money I saved from the Blast Forge. But, like, I don't know. I got to build 2 Cauterizers here. Was this, like... This is not exactly what won me the game. I was far ahead at this point, and, like, the 2 Cauterizers just really helped seal the deal. But it's not like I was planning that back when I built the Blast Forge. I just, like, had fuzzy notions in my head. Okay, actually, I want the second Blast Forge because of Energy Matrix, right? So I have to build it at some point. The turn I built it seems okay, I guess. It just floated the blue, which kind of sucked, but it meant I had the option of building Matrix a turn earlier, which was useful to have, even though I didn't do it. And then I got these additional Galvanis, which, as I mentioned, I think it was an error for him to click them. He should be threatening my engineers, not my Galvanis. Having not done so, let me build Cauterizers and later more Galvanis. But it was sort of over when I had 4 Tatsus and he had 2. Being able to get 4 Tatsus out is like game over most of the time. Because they just... I don't know. Not against, like... It's not game over because 4 Tatsus are so amazingly strong. Although against 4 Energy Matrices they are. It's game over because, like, they're pretty strong. And if you've been able to spend 4 turns of dumping 11 red into attackers, you're in good shape, right? Like, they're not necessarily what wins you the game. They're evidence that you already won the game. I don't know. I mean, my opponent clearly made some mistakes. The third Animus that he, like, basically never spent the red from was not great. But I made mistakes as well, like I talked about with the Galvanis, and timing the second Blast Forge was a little bit awkward. I think the opening was fine. Yeah, I got the Tatsus at about the best time I could. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this game. I'm just like... I feel like my opponent slipped when he could have been in a winning position. But maybe just my second Animus when he only had one. Maybe that was like... Maybe I won at that point, and all these extra Animuses that he built were just sort of playing catch up and then throwing the game. I don't know. Alright, one game left on our ticket, but that's going to have to wait until the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.